Welcome back to Tone Bogans. I have with me a special little friend today, the NuX OD3. I'm sure you can tell by the colour and probably the knob layout what this is a clone of. And then if I say to you that the insert came with a little description that says clean tube inspired overdrive, that you could probably, if you hadn't guessed before, guess now what it's supposed to be a clone of. I don't know 100% for sure whether it is that iconic green overdrive pedal, but I'm going to suggest that it is going to be pretty close. We've got the same knob layout, so we've got tone, we've got drive, and we've got level. And I don't have my original circuit overdrive with me right at this point, but I'm pretty sure that it will just be those things may not be named exactly the same thing. That was really hard to say, but I guess dust. I guess we will find out with the riffs what it sounds like, because it's probably going to sound like a tube-inspired clean, which I'm assuming is transparent, overdrive. It's just an overdrive, like we can't go too in-depth when we talk about it at this point. We can listen to it, we can be like, that sounds cool, I like that better than that other one you reviewed, but as a sum of the whole, they all pretty much do the same thing. They just have different levels of drive or gain or whatever it's labelled as, and they might be better for some things than other things. So let's go check out some riffs. mean, we can't go, as I said, too far in depth with an overdrive. Everybody knows what overdrive is. It comes with your amp. You flip it onto the overdrive channel, and it's just a case of finding one that interacts with your gear the best. So note that I didn't say one that you like the best, because the one that you like the best is going to be the one that interacts with your particular guitar, your particular amp, and any of the effects that you have in the chain. So for me, I don't use this one that often because the effects chain that I have gets noisy when I use this overdrive, but I'm sure if I built another effects chain around this, I could avoid any additional noise in future. So overdrive, I think, is one of those versatile things that we have a million of. There is probably more choices for overdrive than for any other kind of pedal, including delay, and there is a lot of delay. I reckon this is probably 10 to 1 on the next pedal down in terms of how many are in the market. And that's good, because everybody should have, by that logic, an overdrive pedal that suits their chain the best. And it might not be that expensive, well-known, iconic brand. It might be this one, because this one's very cool. And I really enjoyed the sounds that I got out of it when it was by itself. Not so much that additional noise when I added the cheap delays and chorus. And that's probably a lot to do as well with my daisy chain plugin. It's not isolated, so the more effects I have chained together, the louder the noise becomes. That's probably a really good argument for me upgrading my power source. I forgot to mention, while we're speaking about power sources, this one is one of the few that I have done on Tone Bogans that has a battery operated function as well. This one and the Voodoo Octave and the Joyo digital delay all take a battery. The rest have been the mini pedals, which only take power. And when you have a power supply that's not isolated, like a daisy chain, which I think you've seen enough of in my videos, and I think you can see it in my rig rundown. It's all coming from the same supply. It's noisy. I'm totally sidetracked. Get this overdrive pedal if you are on a budget. Even if you're not on a budget, this, I think, is a decent overdrive. I really, really like NuX as a company. I have a couple of their other pedals in the higher price ranges though, and I feel like if they did something like this in one of their newer ranges, and if they had some kind of overdrive where it had multiple overdrives in one, I think they would be onto a winner if they just included this in it and then had a range of overdrives. So, I don't know, food for thought. NuX, the ball's in your court. Let's see how we go. Thank you so much for watching, for liking, for subscribing, for commenting, for listening to this really boring sign off every time I do an episode. I really hope that the people that have been here for a while click out of the video before we get to this point so far. Thank you so much. I'll see you for the next episode. Bye bye.